Over the years, China has witnessed numerous unusual discoveries during various excavations. These findings range from mysterious bones, unrelated to any known creatures, including dinosaurs, to thousand-year-old bodies remarkably well preserved with their skin and flesh intact. Professor Yang Cialin played a pivotal role in these investigations. In 1978 he established Post 749 in the Kunlun Mountains, a specialized team dedicated to uncovering the secrets behind these enigmatic discoveries. Fast forward to 1979 and Bayi, a diligent soldier, is toiling away at the excavation site. The work is strenuous, often causing him to collapse from sheer exhaustion. However, he finds solace in the unwavering support of Professor Yang's daughter Yang Ping, who helps him recuperate. Their connection is profound, leaving Bayi's friend Kang Sun feeling jealous. During one excavation, the team unearths a colossal skull from an unidentified creature. Suddenly the cave begins to tremble, leading to a violent explosion that obliterates their entire camp. While the soldiers led by Officer Hanju Yang prepare for combat, the only survivors emerging from the cave are Professor Yang and some workers. Despite the calamity, there is a silver lining. A previously hidden path inside the mountain is revealed. They decide to form a special team to accompany Professor Yang in his investigation. Yang Ping eagerly volunteers to assist her father, prompting Bayi to join as well, followed by Kang Sun. The team ventures into the cave and follows the newfound path, encountering a massive chasm. As they descend, they notice a butterfly-like creature flitting around them. They eventually reach an icy platform with another chasm at its center, leading them deeper into an unexplored cave filled with peculiar fossils. After exploring for a while, they discover an exit on a completely different mountain from where they entered. Professor Yang reveals a local legend suggesting that an ancient kingdom associated with a secret government lies hidden in the vicinity. Their discussion is interrupted when the soldiers make a significant discovery: an enormous paw print in the snow. While Han and his team secure the mountain entrance with a door, Professor Yang and his team follow the trail of paw prints, leading them to the creature responsible. To their surprise, the creatures they initially encounter resemble the flying beings from the cave, but upon closer inspection they turn out to be peculiar-looking bats. Unfortunately, one soldier grabs one with his bare hand, triggering a catastrophic chain reaction. The soldier rapidly burns to ashes in a blazing blue fire. The soldiers open fire to drive the bats away, but some fall victim to the flames. The commotion scares off a giant beast, triggering an avalanche. The group flees down the mountain with several soldiers engulfed by the snow. Eventually they reach a point where they must leap into a chasm to escape. Before they jump, Professor Yang ties Bayi and his daughter together. As they fall, their rope gets caught on a chunk of ice. After swaying for a while, the friction causes the rope to snap and they plummet to the ground. Bayi miraculously survives despite the loss of more comrades who perish from head injuries or being impaled by ice. At the bottom of the abyss, only 4 of them remain: Bayi, Professor Yang, Yang Ping and Kang Sun. After gathering what supplies they can salvage, the team ignites torches and continues their exploration. They stumble upon an enormous cave with a towering structure surrounded by ancient ruins, which Professor Yang identifies as the sacred palace of Kunlun. The tower is said to hold 9 levels where malevolent entities have been sealed. This is the culmination of Professor Yang's lifelong quest. He kneels in reverence, lights a candle at an altar, and a bizarre tall flame attracts a swarm of bats, casting a red glow over the tower. Professor Yang believes that Bayi and his daughter can open the tower's door. When they walk hand in hand, the door indeed creaks open and a light at the top summons spirits into the room. However, Kang Sun extinguishes the candle, refusing to unleash the forces within. As the cave begins to collapse, the group flees to avoid falling rocks and pursuing bats. Kang Sun sacrifices himself, becoming bait and perishing in a blaze of blue fire, taking out several bats. Nevertheless, numerous bats remain, relentlessly pursuing the trio. They find an exit that leads them to a precarious ledge behind a waterfall. The bats catch up to them, and as Bayi attempts to ward them off with a torch, they bite him, setting his shoulder ablaze. In a desperate move, Yang Ping pushes him off the ledge into the water to extinguish the fire, and they both plunge in. Underwater they encounter a monstrous dinosaur-like creature that seizes Yang Ping and carries her away. Devastated, Bayi escapes from the water and returns to base in freezing conditions. His shoulder wound is treated and he learns that all the expedition members' bodies have been recovered except for Yang Ping and the professor. He is the sole survivor. Disheartened, Bayi decides to abandon his adventurous life and return home. During a train ride he frequently imagines Kang Sun by his side, only to be disappointed when the illusion vanishes. At a rural train station he is picked up by his new employer Mr. Wang, unaware that Officer Han and scientist Chen Dong are searching for him. The year is now 1982 and Bayi embarks on a tranquil life working at Mr. Wang's library. When they meet for lunch, Mr. Wang takes Bayi to a local restaurant. To Bayi's surprise, he reunites with his childhood friend Wang Kaichuan, who now works there as an entertainer. Bayi begins to suspect that Mr. Wang brought him here intentionally. While working at the library, Bayi discovers a book containing Professor Yang's research. Inside he finds an illustration of the Demon Tower, which makes him realize that opening the tower has always been the professor's goal. It becomes evident that the professor has known all along that Bayi and Yang Ping could open the tower, which is why he tried to keep them together and safe. Meanwhile at post 749 the explorers find a living woman inside a coffin who bears a striking resemblance to Yang Ping but goes by the name Shirley. She possesses mysterious powers that she can't control and no memory of Yang Ping. As a result they keep her under constant watch while offering her treatment. Back at the library Bayi continues to receive books from Professor Yang with specific pages marked for him. With the support of Wang Kaichuan he becomes obsessed with studying these legends, ultimately leading to a better understanding of their true origins. The legends reveal the existence of a humanoid race from the demon's world with ancestral ties to Saturn. They are the descendants of both demons and humans and the tower is their legacy. These beings were meant to guard the tower but 10,000 years ago, they disappeared from Earth as humans broke free from demon control. However certain questions continue to elude Bayi, such as why he and Yang Ping can open the tower, why the professor wanted to open it and the identity of the sender of all these books. 3 years later in 1985, Officer Han is stunned to learn that his team has found Professor Yang alive in the mountains hiding inside a cave. In West China, Oil City is under attack by mysterious giant beasts leaving nothing but devastation in their wake. Professor Yang suggests that these events are a consequence of having opened the tower and sets out to investigate. During this time Bayi's old shoulder scar begins to trouble him and a visit to the doctor inadvertently exposes his location to Officer Han. One afternoon the shoulder pain becomes so intense that it triggers a powerful reaction causing objects in the library to levitate. Mr. Wang appears and explains that Bayi's blood has been contaminated by a demonic force due to a bad attack, which grants him newfound abilities but could also lead him to damnation. Confused by Mr. Wang's knowledge Bayi uses his newfound powers to transform the library into an ancient tomb and reveals that he is the protector of Prince Yi of the Cialin nation. Like the tower this tomb also houses protector spirits including Kang's sons. Mr. Wang reveals that Prince Yi was Bayi's predecessor and led humanity against a technologically advanced demon race that had taken over Earth. Prince Yi used his own body to seal the tower causing most demons to leave the planet. However some demons remained disguising themselves as humans and even marrying humans. They now seek to capture Bayi as he is the only one capable of reopening the tower and freeing the demons. Meanwhile at post 749, Officer Han is furious about losing Professor Yang. However a sudden turn of events brightens his mood. Shirley has regained her memories and wishes to search for her father alongside Bayi. Han travels to the library to recruit him but Bayi initially refuses due to the trauma he experienced on their previous mission. Bayi's reluctance changes when he learns about Shirley's return, as he deeply misses Yang Ping. Mr. Wang is concerned about Bayi's safety, given the demon's interest in capturing him and reopening the tower. Nevertheless Bayi is determined to understand how Yang Ping has returned to life, especially as the beast spirits continue to threaten the prince's tomb. Bayi accompanied by Wang Kaichuan departs for northern China, where they meet the team assigned to locate Professor Yang. This team includes Chen Dongcaoy Wei, a group of soldiers, and of course Shirley. Bayi is overwhelmed with emotion when he sees Shirley again but she remains distant, insisting on being called Shirley instead of Yang Ping. The team embarks on a journey through the desert using camels. After several peaceful days they encounter a sandstorm and rush to escape its path. Unbeknownst to them the sandstorm fails to follow them because they have unknowingly crossed an invisible force shield protecting them as they enter the ruins of Oil City. Upon dismounting in a safe area they discover they have lost several men during their escape, including Wang Kaichuan. The remaining group finds themselves stranded in the desert without their camels, attempting to reach a well site they've spotted in the distance. However they are suddenly attacked by a demon creature leading to a frantic escape. The demon claims the life of one of the soldiers before the survivors reach the well site only to encounter a second demon there. Wang Kaichuan and a friend escape the second demon and find a bicycle, making their way to Oil City to reunite with the rest of the team who have been exploring the area finding nothing but ruins and corpses. Learning about the demons Bayi initially wants to leave to avoid another massacre like the one in the mountains. However Chen Dong and Shirley are determined to complete their mission. Before they can decide the demons locate them and the team prepares to defend themselves. Armed with weapons they engage in combat with the demons, managing to injure one of them before pursuing the other. To their surprise the first demon disappears. While the team continues to battle the remaining demons Shirley runs away and enters an abandoned school with Bayi following her. Inside they discover numerous bodies hanging from the ceiling and a hole in the ground. Bayi descends into the underground tunnel leading him to the prince's tomb. Within the tomb a demon attacks Bayi, injuring him. However Shirley arrives and manages to control the demon, forcing it to retreat. She then uses her powers to make Bayi levitate and places him in a coffin which she closes before leaving. Back in the town more demons arrive, forcing the team to take refuge in the highest floors of buildings. They use silver bullets and rocket launchers to fend off the attackers from a distance. Although they succeed in hitting a few demons, most of them evade the attacks and climb the buildings to reach the team. Wei narrowly avoids detection by pretending to be a mannequin and hides in a bus with Wang Kaichuan. They desperately try to survive as the pursuing demon relentlessly assaults the vehicle. Inside the coffin Bayi awakens and is desperate to escape. To his astonishment his wounds are healing rapidly. Mr. Wang's spirit appears before him and explains that the coffin will help revive the prince. Bayi then experiences a surreal journey descending into darkness and arriving at the tower. There, he learns about Yang Ping's fate. The beast that captured her brought her to a cave and subjected her to a fiery transformation, enabling the demon queen to take control. Shirley is now in command of the demons and is unleashing them upon the town. After the beast disappears, Bayi approaches the tower to converse with the queen's spirit. He discovers that Yang Ping possessed the power to open the door due to her lineage. The queen refuses to relinquish control of her body, emphasizing that her demise would also mean the end of Yang Ping. Bayi vows to find a solution, and the queen, finding his determination amusing, sends him back to the town. The team is under attack by the demons and Shirley rushes to protect Bayi. She hurls a car at the demons, forcing them to retreat. Although demons still threaten their friends, Chen Dong is hanging on the edge of a rooftop contemplating his own death rather than surrendering to the demons. However, when Bayi gazes into Shirley's eyes, he realizes he cannot bring Yang Ping back. He shoots Shirley 3 times, causing the demons to disintegrate and the tower begins to crumble. Realizing that only he has the power to end her life, Shirley kisses Bayi before falling unconscious and transforming back into Yang Ping. Bayi mourns her passing but is stunned when Yang Ping suddenly speaks, expressing her happiness at seeing him once more. Bayi places her body in the prince's coffin, hoping to revive her. As he lays beside her, Bayi touches her forehead and experiences a flood of her memories. Yang Ping had possessed powers from a young age, including the ability to resurrect beings, but her mother had forbidden her from using them. She only comprehended her true nature as a descendant of the demons who took human form and married humans when she witnessed her mother burning in blue fire. Professor Yang's lifelong research focused on the tower, driven by the hope of saving his daughter from her destiny. Back in the cave, they survived the fall thanks to Yang Ping's power, which brought them all back to life. Before their connection ends, Yang Ping confesses her love for Bayi and urges him not to give up on finding her father. Bayi honors her request and leaves the desert with his team riding camels,